Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hyrule, the Starless Sky, Part 1, Prisoners of the Void. We do not have a zombie because he is eepy and sick. But he will hopefully be okay for next week. He might be here later, he is stubborn like that. Let's see. So we've leveled. Everyone except for Lynn is level 10 now, and Lynn is level 12. And we got...
What?
Level 1.
Level 1?
Level 1.
That sounds wrong.
Oh my lord. Imagine if we just leveled him down. Be funny.
Please, Chiara already got one shot in a single turn. She won't make it.
Every floor we lose a level from here on out.
Oh no.
Imagine having you go down a level instead of up a level, like in a Bloody Palace situation. Anyway, I don't really have any other notes before the recap, so let's just do that recap thing. So when we last left off, the prisoners arrived at the top of Duskvoid Prison's northern tower to meet a twilit sky. And a bridge going forward to the next tower. A visage of Somna appeared on the bridge, reminiscent of Lynn's earlier nightmare, seemingly there to lure them along it, while Ganondorf was blocked from entry. At the midpoint of the bridge's length, a mutant abomination leaped up from the depths to block their path, which fought gruesomely and took soul marks from nearly every prisoner in some fashion. Chiara delved into the monster's minds to hear the broken thoughts of a Twili experiment as the rest fought for their lives to eventually strike it down and claim victory. Claim the memory sphere it held. And with that memory sphere before all of you, let's get right into it. No map. There's no maps. We don't do maps here. Except sometimes. Most times, actually. So, as the abomination is destroyed, all of the man, that music. Just gonna real quick turn that down. The pillars. The pillars that were creating the barriers around the bridge around you disperse. The lot of you, almost instantaneously, feel a part of yourselves that you realize was actually missing is restored to you. As your current level is closer to your strength before you entered the prison.
And Lou grew a couple inches. Totally unamplified. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Back pop on the head. Don't turn for.
Lou touches a shadow beast, he immediately shrinks again.
Oh.
You gain
What is
1d4 inches until the next time you take damage.
Do you think Lynn could have found a scroll of Private Sanctum, or at least, like, for the sake of things, have had it in his spellbook before things happen?
In your arcane brand?
Yeah.
I want to say... That feels
Or
a
at
little
least
too
not like it-
retroactive. Also, they updated the selection icons again to make the outer colors representative of your guys' colors
Okay.
Yay.
instead of my color.
Okay.
Cool.
Or at least like an item that functions similar to it,
Why?
because he's on a mission from the Queen Princess.
The queen says.
Notably, we haven't
Princess.
gone into the sphere yet.
Okay. But it was something I thought of and then forgot to ask you about that. As part of his preparations, he probably tried something to keep
Okay.
him from being scryed on.
That might be a discussion for later. Okay. Also, there are magic items for that.
Mhm.
In the abomination space is that soul or that memory sphere, just lingering there. Shall do.
Have we... Oh, we haven't gone to the memory yet? Okay.
Don't think so. Don't think you went
I
into
thought
it
we
before
were
we ended.
about to end it on that.
We ended, I think, with the
I
soul
believe-
sphere. I don't really remember. It's been 2 weeks.
Yes.
I think we ended with us going into it.
Pretty sure that's how we were ended. Yeah.
We were basically going to start the memories, but we
Okay.
didn't yet.
Gotcha.
Is where we're at.
In which case, we once again delve into the memories of 4 of you. This one, for the sake of adjusting for timeline, this takes place 12 days after the first memory sphere. Which, for the sake of understanding, this is also 10 days after Lynn and Franc saw each other in the previous memory. The previous smaller memory. We open in your room, Lynn.
Okay.
As you prepare for a ball, actually. It is effectively advertised as a fundraiser for an improvement of public infrastructure between island chains. Primarily of the Isles of Dusk Eve and Silverlight. It is going to be attended by several marquesses and barons and earls. This banquet is being held in at the heart of Isle de Varia, which is the capital city of the Isles of Silverlight, itself being in the Silverlight Hall. It is notably sponsored by the Kaplan and Souchalte families, and authorized by the Corentombras, as well as organized by the Di Morettis, the Leonzas, and the Wathlets.
Okay.
I will get you a general list of these names later.
Gotcha.
These are all names that you would know.
Okay.
You find yourself mulling over recent news that your mother's condition hasn't really improved. As well as your father has been away on business for the past couple of days, only really returning for the ball. As well, not just a few hours ago, you received a letter. One from the Twilight Princess. The information within discusses Seldny's contacts having intercepted anonymous correspondence, indicating a meeting between conspirators during this upcoming ball. These conspirators seem to refer to themselves, of which there are 10 of them, as Avery, Cawthorn, Chorus, Kaiser, Lightwell, Marrow, Mallory, Praetor, Salvador, and Whitaker. I will send you those names now in a moment.
Okay.
Each is likely to be present at the ball, though there is no indication as to their identities. If you are willing to cooperate with Seldny, you should investigate this potential meeting. And if you provide what you learn from the ball, Seldny will take that as acceptance of the duty she has given you.
Okay.
And here, I'll write them out in here. There you go.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
He's conflicted. He doesn't really have any particular feelings either which way until he knows until he can figure out who those 10 are.
Okay. With regards to the ball, you know that several individuals will be present, including the Di Morettis and a lot of members of House Obora, which is Somna's house. Benji is going off.
He's making sure he looks his best.
Okay.
I believe
one moment.
Benji Oberon is throwing a temper tantrum during this event.
Yeah. Just give me a second.
No, cousin, keep calm. You should try the shrimp.
But I'm allergic to shrimp.
You didn't say that last time when you were busy shoving
Remember
your
that?
pockets full of them.
Had to consult Benji.
Yeah, my pockets. I didn't eat the shrimp.
What? What did I come back to?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm talking about shrimp.
Yeah. We were just fucking around while you were gone.
Okay.
Pretending to be Franc and one of Sano's cousins at the previous ball. Anyway, he's making himself look nice. Nothing too crazy. He kind of has moved away from dressing up too much.
Okay.
And he'll slide his little slide his locket to where it needs to be, and then make his way to where he needs to go. Checking in with his mom before he leaves.
Okay. As you leave and do everything you are, you need to prepare for this coming ball that will take place in about 2 hours-ish. We will slide over to another group. Devon and Sid, can I get you to join me in game 2?
God damn it!
Goodness.
Ah.
I'd love to, but it's locked.
It's locked. Well,
It is locked.
you know what's real funny
You-
about that?
So I don't really have a say in it. I don't think. I'm at the whims of God to drag
Right,
me.
now let
they're
God
gonna go.
just drag you into this room, and a locked room.
Yeah,
I
I should
believe God is gonna give them their murder order.
actually.
Wow.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
You know what? I'm gonna be even funnier about this. I'm gonna move everybody else to game 2,
Oh
so that
my
Everybody
that
else? Oh, I see.
God.
just to be funny about
Drag
it.
away.
That's pretty funny.
Or
Banished
hell,
all
But
of
they,
you.
Actually,
Wait,
everyone
but they
else,
could
go to
just-
general, just so you have a chat you can go into,
Good general.
here we go. Get out of
or
here.
go into game
As
2.
in,
Sure,
you're
that works
picking
too.
us there, or
Also, it's not actually locked for you guys.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
deceived.
Snack. Fucking get in there. Stupid.
Nope. Get in there, silly.
Just
All right.
us three.
So, real funny.
We
Real,
got all
real
the light
funny.
icons.
Chiara and Obin, you find yourself attending what is for you, Chiara, your first council with the Friends of Twilight, who are the conspirators who seek Seldny's deposition. Notably, you are taking the place of your father.
Oh boy, that's not stressful at all.
For now. Within the meeting, you are referred to as Marrow.
Okay.
And Obin, you are, of course, remaining as Chiara's protector. Also, I realized I misspelled Chiara in noting the characters.
How could
Oh
you?
no. Death.
We have to kill God. I'm sorry.
Man. Shame. Guess I'll die. Notably, the one known as Kaiser, whom you would recognize as Bastian Lahaya Kaplan, is the leader of this group, the Friends of Twilight. As the council has gone on for about an hour or so.
Okay. She's been paying close attention.
I had a voice for Bastian, and now I'm not remembering it.
He's just too secretive right now. It's because right now he's Kaiser.
Yeah. From this meeting, you would learn that, of course, Marrow, the actual Marrow, is currently assisting preparations for the ball. So his daughter, quote, the agent of the Light Dwellers, is taking his place for now.
Okay.
He also notes that it is likely that Seldny is on their trail by this point. Some agents of both Praetor and Whitaker were found tortured and murdered by Seldnys, who were their targets.
Okay.
They declare that greater measures must be taken to avoid any more casualties. Even further, it would appear that the, quote, Souchalte boy... What's that? Oh. Snak rolling an unwarranted investigation check. Appears to be under Seldny's thumb, following his sudden return to the Twilight Realm. He theorizes that no doubt it's because of his unique perspective after being away from the Twilight Realm for so long. Admitting that Lynn III is a smart man, but he can be emotional and short-sighted, which means he could be coerced if given the right push. Having one of Seldny's lapdogs on the side of the Friends of Twilight will afford them a level of information control that they might have never had. Even if he can't be coerced, whatever he learns can still be manipulated to make him a very useful scapegoat if times become tough.
Okay.
After listening in, do you think you'd have zoned out at any point?
No, she's trying. She's like this thing where it's like, oh, she's having to like stand in for her dad specifically. She's trying really hard to stay tuned in, locked in.
Okay, so Obin, are you retaining this information too?
He's thinking on how he's gonna go about pinning this on Lynn. Of course, planting the gun on him is the immediate thought.
After a long-winded discussion, you would eventually hear... Marrow.
Yes.
It has come to my attention that you have received a new tool for the cause from your employers.
Oh, the stuff in the box? Yeah.
Most notably, the instructions you have more or less, in this case, would refer to the pistol.
Ah, okay. Yes.
Yes?
Yeah. She'll nod, just like,
May you present it?
I'm actually the one who's
Yeah.
carrying it currently.
She will, yeah, she'll turn her head to Obin.
Kind of lift up the poncho and unravel it from the mass of wrappings.
He sees the handle of the firearm and looks curious. A weapon of the Arcadians, I see. You'll have to forgive me for being skeptical as to how a simple gun will be useful.
As far as I understand, it's mostly the bullets doing the work.
It has unique properties.
Interesting. Easily concealed, as evidenced by... Well, none of us were aware that you had it. A very unconventional weapon in the realm. In that case, if time comes to it, you, Marrow, may be the perfect unsuspecting weapon against Seldny.
Sweats a little, but looks determined.
So of course it's only right that you may continue to carry it. Understand, my dear friends, this weapon and Lynn III's position present a great opportunity. If Selny's trust can be maintained, she may yet let her guard down enough to attend the wedding of the Souchalte boy and Lady Miracina. There, the situation can be controlled, allowing Marrow here to take the opportunity to do what must be done. At which point it would only be a matter of handling the fallout. I'm going
Chiara
to...
nods hesitantly, but she's like a little torn about using Samna's wedding for it, but she resolves herself that it's like the best opportunity.
Can the both of you roll me an insight check into the tower?
An insight check into the tower.
Mystery.
A number.
Obin, you are more paying attention to Kaiser. However, Chiara, you find your sights being drawn to the one named both Salvador and to Mallory.
Okay.
Salvador, who you recognize as Lynn's father.
Okay.
Seems somewhat nervous at the idea, but does not speak. While Mallory, who you most certainly know as Henrietta Miracina, Samna's mother, is very much giving off an air of confidence.
Okay.
Well now. Everyone, you have networking to do at the ball. Please, we will reconvene in the coming days. And Kaiser looks to you, Chiara. And you, Mara.
Both.
Be very careful. You are more than vital to this operation. To the very future of the Twilight Realm. Sorry, that's my cell phone.
Sorry. It's supposed to put that on silent before we enter this.
That was actually a cell phone. It kind of sounded like a doorbell.
Yeah. Being told that it's like her role is very needed and she's being counted on. She sort of sits a little straighter and nods her head. I promise I'll do everything I can to make sure the plan stays secure.
Very good. And give my regards to your father.
She nods.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts or discussions to have with Obin before you leave?
Kind of a, like, if it's like two of them aside or anything, she kind of will do the heavy stressed out sigh, but she is determined.
They certainly seemed informed.
I guess that means the plans are going well, even if a few people got caught. She kind of shivers at the memory of, like, finding out that, you know, people have been, like, tortured to death, basically.
A hostile
Hopefully
world
when this is over.
play.
So true. Hopefully when this is over, we can quit worrying about politics for a long time, though I doubt.
But it looks like we've been doing a good job keeping the secrets we need to. And she'll elbow him a little bit, or like approximately in the area where he hides the gun. But a sort of good job smile.
Well, we just need a little more time, and then it will all be over. And you're sure you still want to go through with this?
Oh. She looks a little surprised. And then will nod thoughtfully. I think it's an important step. We should do our best to make sure it happens.
As you wish. Wherever you go, I will follow.
She'll smile up at you, Obin. It's like, I'm ever grateful for it. Looking forward to a long life with you around.
Hopefully. And if we need to, we can always, what is it, cut and run, as they say?
I've never been very good at running. Says a little lamely, just.
I can always carry you.
If it's like there's no one around, she'll give him a little hug.
Oh. A rare gift.
Is it that rare?
Well, these days it feels rare.
Yeah, I guess I am. It always feels like someone's watching.
Well, we should probably keep assuming that it is such.
Everything will be easier after the wedding.
You should prepare a speech. Don't know if it will come up, but just in case.
They're like in this happy mood, just what's the word I'm looking for? Just sizzles away.
Just deflates.
No.
Yeah. Oh, speech.
Public speaking.
Ah.
Oh. Same.
Same.
Ugh.
Okay.
Don't. I mean, she may be expecting one.
Yeah. I'll do it for her. This task seeming about as intimidating as shooting the princess. Just
More, even.
yeah.
What's more intimidating, regicide or public speaking?
Oh, public speak.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Do you have anything else before we move on?
I think Chiara is.
Nope, I got nothing.
I think
Alrighty.
Chiara's a little.
In which case, I will pull people back in because this next one I'm willing to have other people here for.
Everybody.
Blep
If they're not
Blep.
part of the whole turning.
and Blep.
Everybody.
Hello.
We're in the middle of a conversation.
I'm
We
sorry.
were just sitting there being like, so, what you think's happening? And I was like, I bet they're making out hard. Just slopping,
Lamau.
slopping spit, and then the person goes, so the plan, they're like, huh?
So the plan.
Alright,
plan
let me move
is-
this back up here now. Or back
We're
here.
going to murder someone at this ball and blame it on Lynn. Because he
That's
stole my
ridiculous.
he stole my juice box when we were 5.
I was making a joke.
Yeah, that was the
He
other joke.
did.
I was making a joke of how, like, they totally did commit a murder, but they got freaking blamed for a secondary murder that was
Like the
way
murder they
worse.
did perfectly fine, and no one notices, but
No
at the
one ever
same
found
exact time.
Yeah.
Some random unrelated
Oh
murder.
man, my parents, Kieran's parents died as part of the
As-
attack on the wedding.
Fucking
Freaking
as
turns left. There's like the High King dead on the floor.
yeah, fucking
Picks up the
fucking
wrist, limp
co-
wrist. This man has been killed.
fucking
But
commits a murder, goes down the hall, knowing they got away with it, happens across another body.
Yeah.
No, the
Someone
thing
else
we
walks in with him over the body. Emergency meeting.
But no, we were like, oh no,
Pink sauce.
they killed Kara's parents, but we're blamed for the death of the quote unquote death of the Oracle instead.
Damn. Imagine. Speaking of the Oracle,
Oh boy.
Oracle.
she fell out a window. No.
Damn. She's
Wow.
the apprentice Oracle. We haven't met the actual Oracle yet.
I wasn't
Yeah,
referring to
exactly.
the apprentice Oracle.
Oh, shit, who's gonna die?
Ooh.
As
Oh.
Franc,
Franc.
you are at the current
Oh.
moment.
I should probably pause. I just died in your arms tonight. I don't think that's very fitting. To I think
Sorry if that was loud. That was just really funny.
I should probably pause that.
No, it's perfect. You go.
Alright. Franc.
Mhm.
You are currently accompanying Somna during a routine meeting with the Twilight Oracle Cerny.
Cerny. Okay.
CERNI.
Random
Okay.
question, Shane.
What's up?
How long after they returned is this? I didn't catch that.
After they return, this is 12 days after that.
Okay, so it's like a week at max. Gotcha.
Yeah, it is just past one Light Realm week.
Okay. The reason that's because in my head I'm trying to figure out where the main party is at this time.
In the interim,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
it's like a
Conrad is fighting.
fighting Castletown. Yeah, of course.
Castletown.
Okay.
What are we doing in this meeting?
As you are at the Cathedral of the Four on the Isles of Shadow. Not too far away from the Palace of Twilight. There are currently no guards present in this chamber, though you know that to flank the doors on the outside of this effectively chapel dedicated to the Twilight Lord Zandius. The Oracle, this elderly Tweely, which is, I mean, impressive given the long-lived nature of Tweely. That's her I'll say shorter braided hair that would have once been a vibrant orange is sort of faded into kind of like a fall tree leaf sort of color. Yeah, very much reminiscent of like fall, with a little bit of gray in there. She wears a very regal dark robes of varying colors bearing no house sigil, as she belongs to none. She prays to this altar of Zandius next to her pupil Somna, who is somewhat readied for the ball that will take place in about an hour.
Okay.
After they pray, they end up having a conversation that you know not to get involved with, but you, of course, do listen to. As Somna asks about the visions offered by the Light Realm gods. The very same that she confided with you on. To your surprise, it took so long for her to talk about this, actually. To this, Cerny details that the visions of all deities, no matter their origin, are completely valid concerns, though they vary heavily on interpretation. The only ones who can really understand the meaning of a vision are the traditional interpreters, typically. If Somna is so interested in these premonitions, then Cerny suggests that she should seek out a Gerudo interpreter while she still can. You'd probably note a strangely passively ominous tone to that last sentence. Somna then properly details Lynn's Lynn's vision as it was explained to her, including the details of Lynn becoming the Twilight King and Somna herself becoming the Witch of Twilight. Cerny seems to show no actual concern regarding any of this, understanding that such visions can't and shouldn't be taken at face value. However, she does explain that, yes, the gods have already spoken on their decision for the next Twilight monarch, who will be Lynn Souchalte III, following the demise of the current monarch Seldny. She elaborates that she knows the exact time, place, and method of Seldny's death, but is not willing to divulge. Standard oracle fare, you imagine.
Be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you roll me insight real quick?
Yes.
Particularly towards Somna.
All right, it's not double click anymore. It's a button.
Yeah.
Eh.
Button.
Button.
Baton.
Cute as a button.
9. You find yourself more engrossed in the details of what's being discussed over any reactions to it.
Mm-hmm.
As Somna seems to press about the rest of the vision, but Cerny can't really provide any answers. Especially not for visions given by other deities. She suggests that Somna continues to do her own research on the matter so as to reach her own conclusions. She further ends the conversation somewhat prematurely by describing that, in her words, dark days are nearly upon us, within both realms of light and twilight. All will fall into place, and darkness shall fall, but only if the sixth ascends to join the servants of destruction and hatred, and six they remain. Somna looks rather puzzled at this, but she knows Cerny well enough to not press further. I will send that little bit of text there.
Okay, thank you.
Ah, shit. Bet.
What?
Hold on. After another brief prayer, Somna is dismissed and joins you as the two of you leave the chapel.
Okay. After we are out of the chapel, just like a few steps past, Franc will speak up. Probably like either off to the side or just like slightly hovering behind her as she's walking ahead. You should consider relaxing your shoulders and standing up straight before heading to the ball. Otherwise, people will be able to sense your nervousness.
She kind of jolts up a little bit after you speak up and does so.
You're stiff as a board.
Thank you, Franc.
Care to divulge your thoughts?
She sort of squeezes her temple with her hand as she takes a relaxing breath. I can't help but be a little bit frustrated. Especially with the dogs that are apparently going off in the neighbor's yard. Hilarious. It's... And then, you know, all of the dogs going off at the same time. Yep. At least Benji's easy to console. The other two are just annoying.
Little guy.
It's hard to grasp. Oh my god. Hold on a sec.
Okay.
Okay. I'm back.
Sorry.
Welcome back. Hey, perfect time.
Okay. So,
Oh, is it my turn?
no.
No.
Oh, okay.
Shay just got back too.
Oh, okay. Because I was like,
Just a lot of dogs being loud.
oh, I know.
Yeah.
I had to let my dog out. That's what I had to go do.
Okay. Continuing. It's really hard to fathom just being an observer of the tidings of fate. Just and
You
ignoring
should be interpreter.
Yeah. Just ignoring everything else in the face of danger. Especially for those you care about.
I think... Now, personally, I would never have experience to be able to really tell what they think. But I think it's not that different from being in a position of power where you're sitting above everyone else and are looking down and seeing everything. Will be a rather imposing picture in the end, and maybe overwhelming. So, I suppose in a way, perhaps what Cerny is saying is that to clear out the unnecessary details and grasp whatever signs there are. And I believe that well, quite frankly, I'm not entirely sure, but I believe that being an interpreter is something that you'll have to get used to with experience, and right now you need someone who understands how to look at that viewpoint before you can make such a decision on your own.
Yeah.
I get the sense that you are a bit upset by how dismissive she was of the events. Because you have that sense of powerlessness and wanting to see it for yourself, and seeing someone who knows but will not do anything or give you that.
Sometimes I hate how much you get me.
You are not the first who said that, but you are in the best position to.
Yeah.
My job is to understand people.
I understand Cerny's position. And I know that that is the position that I need to take up as well. And it's the outlook on things that I'll need to take hold of. But I feel like my time for this is coming at a very inopportune time.
There are a lot of great changes and events happening all at once, I would imagine. And it feels like a lot.
Of course, I still have years and years of training to go through to really understand all of this, and honestly, it's only just begun at this point. But, anyway,
Have I ever told you exactly how to... Well, he takes off his sunglasses for a moment and cleans them before putting them back on. Have I ever told you how to be able to read someone before? I've never really discussed what my job entirely entailed. You know somewhat about it.
I don't think so.
Well, first off, you focus on the body language and the minute details. People teach you to look at them directly in the eyes and such when speaking. But there's plenty of other signs that happen outside that. With the way that they may twitch their hands or move their face muscles. People in my line of profession are very good at lying sometimes. And very good at deceiving. And very good at trying to make you believe what they want you to, or what you want to hear. But I find that they still have tells to them in those various idiosyncrasies that they may not be aware of. Now there is the thing about people looking up to the left when they're thinking about stuff, and the other direction when they're thinking of what to come up with as a lie. That's very simple. There's a particular reason why I wear these sunglasses. I mentioned before that you can tell a lot from someone by their facial expressions and are taught to look into their eyes to be able to gauge them. But if you can't see that, then it makes it a lot harder to blabber out intricacies like that out of intimidation.
What, you mean you don't wear them to be fashionable?
Oh, well, these only cost me 50 GP, but no, I don't wear them to just be fashionable. Unfortunately, if I did, I would have to be going through a lot of money. What
Well.
I'm trying to say is that there is a lot of things that you will see. And there's a lot that you'll be told by people, especially when it fits with what you want to hear. I think, in the position of an oracle, it's very similar. There's a lot of information that you will not understand and you'll have to interpret yourself. And there's a lot of things that you will hear on the surface that will fit with what you want to believe, or what people want you to believe. And everything about a prophecy being interpreted is part of that job, in trying to figure out what fits and what doesn't, and what is misleading in its answer. And I find it very easy to cut out a lot of that haze around it and look at the deeper meaning, at the things that you may not want to or even notice at first, that other people wouldn't want you to see. If there comes a time where your training isn't as you're worried, finish before you have to make a decision. Try looking at the details that people don't want you to see, or details that you wouldn't look at on the surface. You'll be able to discover a lot more that ways. It also is easier when you end up bluffing and having them reveal something of a detail without even having to ask them directly about it.
Well, I'll take that as actually really helpful advice.
Yes.
In more than just like people, but I suppose in research as well.
There's a lot of things that have similar philosophies with how you would go about them, and you don't think about it on the surface.
I know I have a lot more research to do. Sorry, somewhat changing the subject. If I'm to help Lynn and understand...
You need to find an interpreter, a Gerudo one.
Yes. To understand the vision he received, this book that I got, I've pretty much read it cover to cover several times by now, about the Gerudo goddess. Only provided so much information, so I should probably be looking out for information about other deities as well, who might have, well, if I'm right, have been the one that was actually responsible for that vision.
You said you're done with that book at this point. May I borrow it?
Sure, it's in the the tea room.
The tea room. Okay.
We should probably prepare for that ball, shouldn't we? It's
Yes.
actually very
I
soon.
imagine
we are going to be late.
Yes, but you're going to be there with good posture and a smile on your face.
Yeah.
I love my wife.
Can you make sure to keep an eye out during this event?
Certainly.
I have a bad feeling. And maybe it's nothing, but...
You should not dismiss those kind of instincts. They'll serve you well, I'm certain.
Yeah. Also, after this, I really should emphasize that I think you should help out Lynn.
I will do what I can.
I honestly think that for a little while I should be doing research and whatever dealings I need to on my own. Of course, I'll go to you and Lynn whenever I need to actually talk and vent, I guess.
Very well, as you wish.
Thank you.
Now, shall we get to that ball?
Yes, yeah.
Before you're fashionably late.
Yeah. She will sort of pat herself down, making sure that she's all prepared. And you two will be off.
Alrighty.
As we move on to the event itself.
Ooh.
The event.
I'm being forced to hydrate. Hold on.
Hydrate or dihydrate. You need that water for all that speaking you're gonna have to do now.
Right.
I would say Lynn's doing his best to be a good host. Waiting for his wife, who he's assuming is held up with work stuff.
I can't wait for you to go. You're having the meal and you're like, fuck, I should have asked Eon to cook.
He was spoiled by Ian's cooking.
It's perfectly salted and this steak's over salted. How did...
It's actually debatable whether or not Eon would be able to safely enter the Twilight Realm with some enchantment. Or without some enchantment. Because he does have a soul.
Yeah.
He has a soul.
And that's actually a problem in this case.
Oh.
Oh no. Anyways.
So you're saying Lynn's soulless?
Damn.
Oh, he's
No.
I thought he was still Souchalte.
Oh my god.
No, his dark soul is just it's filled with light.
I'm glad Sid got
God damn it. So at roughly 6 p.m., the ball at the Silver Light Hall begins. Samna and Franc are a little late, to the dismay of her parents, who I have finally named, by the way.
Ah.
It's Alphonse and Henrietta.
okay.
The mom's actually the Marquis. Fun fact.
Okay. Lady Henrietta, you shouldn't be so rough on her. He was doing her oracle training. It's very important to the realm.
You get a very dismissive glance as she goes to talk to someone she deems more important.
Damn!
That was the goal anyway.
Yep.
She doesn't like
Out
me,
of
so I
my
know she'll
way.
leave.
Let's see. You would know that Bastien Kaplan, the Marquis de Embris, and your father are most of the main faces of this event, despite only being sponsors. Whereas the organizers, the Hotel O, Chiara's father. What is the Leanza's name? Leanza, where are you, Leanza? I have so many names here, man. Tiberio Leanza. And Orion, or Oriana, Wathlet, are mostly... They converse, but they are not really noticed as much, despite being the organizers.
We'll probably go over and say hello. Thank them for making an appearance and all that jazz.
Notably, Bastian and Lynn the Second. Actually, I accidentally wrote down Lynn the Third in my description there. Whoopsie. Hey, fun fact: you're the face of the organization now.
Oh wow.
Uh-oh.
I'm in danger.
They seem to be the most keen on addressing the crowd regarding the event's functions and frequently are talking to parties during its entire course. In attendance are, most notably, is, of course, Franc, Obin, Lynn, Chiara. That's it.
And Somna.
Those four. And Somna. As
She's
well
late.
is... Yeah, she's late. As well is Carlotta and Otello di Moretti, the Chiara's parents. Alphonse and Henrietta Miracina. Tiberio Lienzo the Seventh. Lynn Souchalte the Second and Third. I suppose I already mentioned Lynn, but Germaine Chabert, Paolo Pierrot, Bastien Kaplan, Oriana Wathlet, and her wife Genevieve Wathlet. Letizia Artuso the Fourth, and Verulo Crifasi.
Okay.
All of them being marquises or earls of varying islands.
Okay.
It is a long list that I will need to give you a screenshot of because it's a long list.
No, then we'll just take Somna.
Mm.
Just go around socializing for a little bit.
There are also several varying viscounts and barons to make up the rest of the numbers. Also present, invited by the marquesses and the earls. It is a generally private function for the nobility of the Twilight Realm, so there's no real, like, I'll say commoners beyond guards and service staff.
Yeah, he'll take her around, socialize, and when they have a moment, take her aside for a slightly more private conversation.
Taking Somna aside?
Yeah.
We'll keep an ear and eye out.
Okay.
Assume you're not the only one. You're not the only one who had a rough, puzzling day.
It was just a routine visit with Cerny.
I'm gonna incite her.
Go ahead. -15.
-2.
Low whiz, baby.
So
This is-
good.
Still
This is
solid.
what- This
Yeah.
is what
That's his
Frank
wife.
and his wife. This is what he has his wife for.
It's unfortunate that it's his wife that he has to insight.
Yeah.
She's not really believing her own words there. Seems distracted.
What did you hear, my darling?
It's not really a conversation for here.
happen later.
Mm-hmm.
So me... That was me starting on that thing I alluded to earlier.
Yeah?
And I still don't know which way I fall.
Well... I trust whatever decision you make.
Even if it gets the both of us in trouble.
Especially then.
Between her reputation and what my father said, I don't want to do this, but...
I can't really tell you what direction to take. It wouldn't be right. It's your decision to make.
You know what? That is entirely fair. If I do get in trouble, no, I'll always be trying to make my way to you. And if you get in trouble, I know you'll always make your way back to me. Even if there are a couple of twists and turns on the path.
She looks up to you and smiles and wraps her her wrists around your neck.
He'll lean in, give it a little smooth.
So what are the rest of you up to?
I am just keeping an ear and eye out, probably not that far away from the two of them.
That's
In a
fair.
prison.
I guess I'm just waiting for them to finish up their conversation real quick before doing anything.
Okay.
If I know I'm constantly worrying about it, but no, for whatever reason, something does happen to you, I will move heaven and earth to bring you back.
So serious. I think we need to relax for the night and have a drink.
Yeah, that's fine, Kira. Let's get a drink.
As they are walking and like going to get a drink, Franc will go up behind Lynn and put like a hand on his shoulder, just stop him without like catching Samna's attention,
Oh,
and like lean in with a whisper of of a confidant, and go like, "All right, I don't exactly enjoy this position I'm in, but I'm here to inform you that from this point on, Samna has left me in charge of you, or vice versa. You have my services, so if there's anything that you require from me, please let me know."
I'd say go back to Solomna, but we both know
She
that
will
more
not
well.
accept that. I would take her advice personally and enjoy yourself for the night and keep your mind off of matters. If there is anything that I can attend to for you, only tell me.
He'll Oh,
Including that oh so special thing that you have.
here's a list of names. I was given code names.
Thank you.
Just figure them out. Get the generals.
That is what I do best. Lynn Souchalte the Third.
I'm gonna. My gut feeling says they're probably on the up and up, but whatever they're doing doesn't align with Seldny's political thinking.
Hmm.
I feel like I'm being used.
You're being dragged along in a dangerous game. If you want my advice once again, chin up, smile, enjoy the night. And just remember it's better to be a man who knows what the dealer's dealing and what cards to play with than someone with the deck down.
I've been thinking, Franc, and since you've been assigned to me for the foreseeable future, will you teach me how to fight properly?
I was under the impression you learned in the late realm.
I've come up with my own loose style. It involved hitting things really hard. So I had a magic item to help me do so, but you're fighting. I want to adapt that fighting style into yours and maybe throw in a bit of my arcane talents.
I can't guarantee anything that will disable a dragon or kill it, but I guess we'll have to see.
Oh, that was mainly my friends anyway. I just hit it really
What
hard.
else was it that you said? A dragon? Something about a witch?
Oh, a witch. The witch and the dragon were the same thing.
Which will be easier to disable?
Anyways, let me know what you figure out. I will probably be turning down Seldny and get the family is in a bit of hot water. So I want to know.
The decision is yours, ultimately.
I plan on it, but before I do, I want all the information, and you're very good at gathering that.
Yes.
I'm gonna go have a drink with my wife.
You do that.
If you think there's
Tap
anything
on shoulder.
you think there's anything I should be involved in, find me.
Yes.
Okay. As you guys were discussing, Somna would have ended up going on ahead, not really noticing that that Lynn got caught up. She would have ended up speaking to Otello di Moretti. In your conversation, she's far enough away that you wouldn't be able to make out what they're saying.
So he'll walk up to her.
By the way, Franc will go ahead and take a quick glance at the list, memorize it, and then immediately burn it. Unlike the fool.
That's fair.
Discreetly.
You know.
Okay.
Lord Di Moretti. I see you over her. I found my wife after I lost her.
Congratulations. That's what I was saying to Somna.
I know.
Though, wife?
I mean, a Hylian wedding, I would assume, is as legally binding as any other.
Ah.
Oh. Her parents not inform you.
It is our daughters that keep in touch mostly.
Fairly certain Chiara was made privy when we returned, so. Now,
She's allowed to keep a
which
few of her
side?
own secrets.
No, which side are you on? My parents. And what is your opinion of the fact then? I know her parents weren't very happy.
The relationships of my betters are not of my concern necessarily. I can just hope for your happiness.
Thank you.
By the way, Shane, but
But
Stomp it. Stomp it out. Make it
I'm
dead.
gonna run up, give it a kick, and right into the void.
All right. I think
Get out of here.
our goal.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think our current goal is to actually find your daughter and then enjoy ourselves for part of the night. I am exhausted planning the wedding. Oh yes, you should expect an invitation along with Chiara as well.
Much appreciated, Mr. Souchalte. I'm sure you have others to attend to.
Indeed. We will be on our way. Thank you again for keeping Slumna company.
Samna will
You walk-
give him like a head bow, and
Lynn will do the same.
as he walks away, Otello looks a little bit confused. Not necessarily relating to anything in your conversation with him, but more or less towards Samna herself.
Now, what did you say that's got him so kerfluffled, my dear?
Oh, nothing necessarily out there. It was this necklace she points to the silver like pendant she's been pretty consistently wearing.
Mm-hmm.
It came from a shipment that's Chiara's family received, and I was just curious about it.
What did he say?
He was a little bit confused at first, but it seemed to just be an older shipment of some kind, and then he talked about his family trade for a while. Frankly, I'm thankful that you came in when you did, because I feel like he would have gone on for another 10 minutes.
Do you mind indulging me for a moment? I would like to identify the necklace.
good man.
Okay. One sec.
Going to go pull up a record.
I'm just gonna double check the identify spell is all.
That is, in fact, a record.
What is that spell? You do recognize that it has some kind of magical enchantment. You don't immediately recognize it, but it appears to be, if I'm Remembering what the spell is called. What's the spell? Is that a spell? I'd probably say
What spell?
abjuration in nature.
Okay.
So very much a defensive spell. Roll me Arcana or History. Probably doesn't matter. Bravo. From your research, from what you've come to understand about this necklace that Chiara had gifted, it is Zora silver. It wouldn't be terribly surprising if this kind of necklace was actually enchanted with some form of wards. It honestly depends on the artisan.
What would it be to try and figure it out?
In what way?
Like, exactly what the ward might be?
I'd say that would probably take time.
Man's freaking fondling his wife's chest in front of everyone for so long.
You could have, if you're gonna do that, you could have stayed in the alcove.
Sorry.
Is it alright?
Some sort of abjurated magic.
I mean, I can get it appraised if you think it's a problem, but...
It's more the fact... From between what you told me and my own insecurities, might have been purposefully thrown in there for you. I will just sleep better knowing it's something like non-detection rather than something else.
We have a pretty good bet on what it could be with abjuration. Not a lot of bad things, thankfully.
Actually, I don't know if there is anything bad.
Abjuration is protection spells, primarily.
That's the spell I was thinking. I was
Yeah?
right.
What?
It was abjuration.
Non-detection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah! He would know what the spell is if it's made with it.
It's very minor.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let's find Chiara. Let's have that drink. And talk about why you pawned Franc on me, despite knowing we don't like each other.
But you're doing so well.
Because you're telling him to do well. I don't mind the man, he just doesn't like me. And I still can't figure out why.
Maybe you spend less time fondling your wife's chest in front of everyone. I wouldn't have such an issue.
Honestly, the answer is funnier than you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
She says to him as she goes to walk on and find Chiara.
Oh my god.
Will you ever tell me though, my love?
Nope.
Oracle secrets. Walk away.
Maybe
She-
after...
She looks back to you as she says nope and taps her glasses.
Don't worry.
follows after her.
So, Chiara, what have you been doing this entire time?
Hopefully not intensely making out with Obin.
No!
No.
Everyone's gotta get
I
that
need to
one.
check if this food's poisoned. Open your mouth. La, 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 la.
Yes, of course. That's how that works.
That would
Certainly.
Definitely how it works.
that would be so
Oh no,
unseemly.
you
I don't know.
swallowed some food that you might be allergic to. Let me Heimlich maneuver you. Why are you opening your mouth?
Gross.
Chiara has been fulfilling social obligations, much to her distress. It's been making the rounds.
Let's go hide in a corner.
Yeah, you'd like spot her like finally maybe managing to weasel out of a conversation, and she's like, she's managing a little better than you'd expect from her. She's got like straight back. She's like dressed very nicely, definitely wearing jewelry like that her family designed to show it off, and
All I can
and then-
imagine is her normal day. She's slouched in a hoodie and like a gremlin pose.
And her hair is all done nice, and then she's like retreating from this conversation, and she sees you two, and then she just like assumes the Chiara position of just like, oh thank God. She like scurries over towards you guys.
I love how Chiara has 20 charisma, by the way.
Yeah.
Good
She
evening.
has to
She's
work
an
really
endearing
hard.
girl failure, okay?
Failing forward into the arms of
Always.
everyone.
Good evening, Miss Chiara.
Yes.
Good evening, Lynn. Sir, Lynn. Immediately forgets all of her like formalities, the training and stuff, because that's Chiara's guy or Samna's guy, Lynn. But
Just Lynn is fine. You're my wife's best friend. You don't have to be so
smile
formal.
bashfully. Have you two been here long? Have you been having a good time? Looks hopeful.
Chatting. Worrying slightly when I found out her necklace is magical, but probably nothing to worry about now.
Oh.
Absolutely
Just
nothing to
looks
worry
at-
about.
Are you sure?
Your dad seemed somewhat confused by it, but
She kind of like thinks a little bit. She's like, I mean, it was, I guess he doesn't love, speaks a little quieter. He doesn't like love like messing with stuff from the light realm all that much. A kind of he's a little bit prideful, I guess. Maybe he just put it out of mind.
Oh. Based on the conversation I had with your father, not surprising.
it doesn't seem to like open anywhere, does it?
No?
Okay. Well, I promised Samna that I would try to relax.
Oh, then would you like a drink, an hors d'oeuvre? Done a lot of planning today.
Probably a drink would be smart.
What was it you said?
A drink would be nice.
Nice.
Do you have anything? It's been a while since I've been to one of these parties. Is there anything you recommend? Anything that's hip, popular?
Oh, she'll. Do they have like those little people walking around who have like little trays of?
Of course. It's very like typical to what you would expect from this kind of function.
Okay. She will flag someone down, and she'll pick out the particular glass for both of you. Generally knowing what Samna likes, doesn't super know what Lynn likes, so she will pick the more popular one. that she kind of only knows because she had to be involved in planning the event. uh, for Lynn, we'll hand you the drink.
Take a sip of it. And then after someone takes a sip of hers, asks if he could take a sip of hers.
Okay.
I don't,
Indirect kiss.
Nope,
I
hold
just
on.
want to
Need
know
to
what
open my
it
door.
tastes. Oh. It's been a while since I've been to one of these parties. I don't want to like waste wine. If I like what you got, I get what you get. I just don't want to get another one only to waste it. Yep.
Franc will go ahead and, because he has been slightly helicoptering behind them, grab a napkin, wad it up, and throw it at the back of his head quickly. The moment he starts fumbling like that.
Roll me sleight of hand.
All I wanted was to see what it was like.
That's fine. I don't care. I said quickly. I didn't say discreetly.
Lynn's going to ignore you.
As expected.
Anyways.
Hmm.
What kind of entertainment do they have planned for tonight?
Is it just pretty looks at God? Will it pretty much just be like music and stuff, or?
Pretty much music. It's a networking function.
Okay.
Trying to gather funding for what I've stated as infrastructure improvement, making it easier to traverse between the Isles of Dusk, Eve, and Silverlight.
Ah, okay.
Somni, my dear.
We have. Oh,
Oh, sorry.
no, you're.
I see your dancing card.
Oh my.
My what?
Oh, good. No one can intrude. If you had a dancing card, I was gonna write my name all over it so no one else could dance with you, but if you don't have one, that's even better. It means I'm the only one who gets to dance with you.
Chiara giggles a little bit, kind of behind her hands.
Is this a freaking punch card? Get 10 dances, get 1 free?
It's a fancy people thing.
She
Yeah,
It's a
sighs
fancy
and
people thing.
she sighs, and as the music begins to pick up, we'll take both of your hands and drag you out to a growing clearing.
Chiara waves as you both go.
Find someone and join us.
Hi, Franc.
Well, I figured Obin would be your first bet, but okay.
Oh no, she just flounders hard. She's.
So this would be like a dex check, probably, for how well he dances.
I'd say this is pretty routine.
Okay.
I would say dex-based performance if you have proficiency.
Hell yeah.
I would argue if you're in high society, you probably have been trained in it.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Franc will go ahead and, because he is now pulled out, instead of blending into the crowd, will go ahead and keep an eye out. Now that he is constantly moving in circles, I imagine. Keep an eye out for anyone watching them in particular, I guess.
Let me just double check Somna's stats, because I don't know if I actually have her skill proficiencies.
Let's quickly go back to that one session and see if she had proficiency in that one roll.
Shut your mouth. I also don't think I actually.
I think
I don't know if I actually rolled that.
the one I
Never
think she
did.
nat 20.
Hmm.
It's either a 19 or a 20. I remember that much. I feel like blew it out of the water.
I want to say you have a +6 to this roll. Blip. She does. Does a little bit worse than you. She seems to still have a bit on her mind.
Okay. He pulls out some of the moves he definitely learned in the Light Realm.
Ooh.
Yep.
Scandalous.
Scandalous.
Not the norm dancing. Is Franc any good at dancing?
He's got a positive dex score.
That's all it takes.
I don't dance it out.
You want me to roll it? I can roll it.
Don't dance.
Let's see. Hey, that's the best roll so far.
He does dance.
Yeah, look at you go.
Hey.
Alright.
There's a reason why Somna doesn't have 2 left feet.
Adorable.
Would I also be able to keep an eye out on things?
Sure. By nature of
Dancing?
dancing. And you've also been interacting. We'll say this. Can I have the two of you make me either an investigation or insight check?
Investigation or insight?
Damn.
Oh my god.
Holy schmoly, bragoli.
Yeah, you asked him investigation. Man was revealing his secrets to me before.
Did ask the smarty pants guy for an investigation. That'll do it.
As this dance
Insane.
occurs and further functions happen, you actually got the highest possible DC for info.
Wow.
Like by 5. Oh, sorry, 6.
Overshot it significantly.
Overshot it by a lot.
He's a bit paranoid at the moment.
You would find, Lynn, that the service staff and the guards appear to be keeping mostly on the lookout for the Marquesses that are present.
Mm-hmm.
So Henrietta Maricina, Marquis de Obora, your father, Germain Chabert, Marquis de Crepusculum.
Mm-hmm.
Bastien Kaplan, Marquis de Embris, and Letizia Artuso IV, Marquis de Noctilindra.
Okay.
You also notice, both you and Franc would notice this, that those same eyes appear to be on the lookout for both you, Lynn, and Somna.
Which eyes? The guards?
The garden service staff.
Garden service staff.
Okay. What does Lynn notice?
So that is the DC 15.
Okay.
Sprinkled in the conversation, you can't really deduce necessarily like who started it. Can I get both of you to roll me a d10?
Hell yeah. We make up a 10
Okay.
together.
Okay.
Complimentary halves.
You would hear actually that's really funny for reasons I can't get into for a little bit.
This is where we found out Lynn and Franc are brothers.
Yeah, man.
Separated at birth.
That'd be a weird position for you to be in more than me.
You would hear the names Cawthorn and Praetor mixed in with the within some conversations.
Is this for both of us?
Yes.
Okay.
Though this is spoken a few times between several people, there doesn't appear to be any inherent familiarity with what those names mean. With a DC 25, that was the DC 20 before. You would learn this information over the course of the night. The function would last about 4 hours, so it would only go to about 10.
Okay.
You would hear several names together in different that are traditionally grouped together among the varying barons and viscounts, being Avery and Chorus, Cawthorn and Praetor, Kaiser and Whitaker, Lightwell and Salvador, and Marrow and Mallory. There is no real indication as to what the relationship between these names are.
Okay. Do we hear any other, any, like, particular rumors on why people are keeping an eye on Lynn and Somna?
Roll me once again. Investigation, perception, or persuasion.
Can I roll that too?
Sure.
Okay.
More.
Hey.
Damn.
Damn, y'all on the wavelength tonight. Twinsies.
The both of you get the sense that there are rumors spreading about Lynn. That perhaps he's been affected, if not overly so, by his long stay in the Light Realm. And how that might affect the future Twilight Oracle.
Like as a physical affliction, or just like in like personality?
You don't really get any indication of that. At a certain point, Lynn,
Yeah.
you would be approached by a man. Someone that's in his like mid to late 30s. You would recognize as the Marquis de Embris, Bastian Kaplan.
So a couple years my senior, but still in like my general peer group.
Like 10 years older than you, probably.
But in the relative peer group, for how long Twilly live?
Yeah, I suppose.
He'll give him a slight bow.
I don't believe we've really discussed it all. I must congratulate you on your upcoming wedding.
I'm sure. My fingers hurt from all of the invitations. I'm glad you received yours.
Yes, I imagine it entirely depends on the well-being of your mother.
Indeed.
How is she doing, by the way?
What's this guy's name? Again?
This is Bastian Kaplan.
Bastion Kaplan, okay.
He has not improved. Marky Kaplan.
I'm sorry to hear that. I assume she's getting all the right treatments.
I'm in and out, but from what I can tell, she is. I apologize. I've been trying to unwind tonight, but a lot of things are on my mind.
Second, just gotta grab a thing. Where are
Can I
you?
like insight him, see why he's approached me of all times, now of all times?
Go ahead.
Can I do so too?
I
would be
but
Keeping an eye on him at this point.
also you'll be going with a higher DC just because you're not directly in the conversation.
That's fair.
Oh my god.
Nah,
The boys are together.
they are. Oh,
You know, they may disagree, but if Samna makes a request, they
I have to
obey.
stoop down to the level at points, I know.
I'm just imagining completely off topic, but like the disco, like when they have like the synchronized disco dance and they're on the.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm kind of imagining is they're doing that right now is like synchronized dance moment for them. They are
No.
locked in. Anyways, now I know how cutthroat politics can be. What do you need of me?
Please. I'm merely checking in with the son of a good friend.
Do I believe him?
I'm gonna tell you what I believe.
That's
No.
up.
I'm not really
That's
gonna
up to you,
say.
buddy. You don't really get a direct read on him. He is a generally charismatic person.
Mhm. Isn't Lynn's mom from the House of Embry?
Yep. Now
Makes
there's
sense.
a lot of nobility.
Mhm. Appreciate it.
I'm curious. Do you? Rarely is it do we ever do like. We have a talk. I believe. How long has it been? The better part of a year since we've spoken.
Yeah, and probably was at an event like this. It's always been business. I think the last time we spoke candidly was, my mother had brought me to an Embry's function, and I levitated into your birthday cake.
Ah, Right, that was you. They still tell stories about that in the barracks.
I am... It's not my fault that my first surge of my arcane talents happened to happen while you were trying to blow out your birthday cake.
Ah, well,
Past is in the past, though, and
The
everyone
past
got
is
a
in the
good laugh
past.
out of it.
indeed. I am curious. Have you, now that you've returned from your studies, do you have any intent on following your father's business agreements in the technological trade?
If not improve on them.
Ambitious.
I mean, learn to their needs. I think, in addition to the mechanical talents we have, I think finding a way to meld them with our arcane ones is the way of the future.
And I trust you've learned from some techniques in the lead realm.
Their foremost technician.
Hmm,
And I
the
even learned,
famed Dr. Appa, I believe his name is correct?
indeed, and hopefully I did not also pick up his propensity to make his automatas explode.
By the four, we do not need an island exploding.
No, but I think forgive me for if you let me speak candidly.
Go right on ahead.
Okay, so you know how there are scrying sensors and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
So what if, in addition to our normal soldiers, we found a way to have our more arcanely minded remote operate automata? Would not have to worry about their programming going haywire. Just that the connection stays long enough for them to control it.
That sounds like it would end up being causing quite the stir with the Noctilindras.
In addition, depending on how I've been looking into studies on how magical connections are affected by the deeper you go into the void. We could even use unarmed versions as scouts into the void, try to have an early warning system for when greater monsters have tried to escape.
And you brought this up with your technicians, have you not?
A few. It's still very hypothetically.
Well, I must suggest to you to keep it out of the Noctilindra's ears, because given their propensity for the martial arts, they might not be so keen on having anything interrupt their ways.
I mean, I wouldn't want to step on their toes. This is to allow the less martially inclined to assist people with weak muscles without magical enhancements like me. Other than that, there was one thing. I almost had a model ready, but my adventures got in the way. So you know how gyroscopes always end up upright?
Of course.
So we extend a gyroscope and put it in between two halves of a sphere. Have the sphere be able to climb over any obstacle, like the spells that let you do so.
So
To allow a group of
rolling
A roll.
ball vehicle.
Yes, exactly. Have it be armored, so for protection.
Might be useful in construction.
Construction, demolition. You could, if we enchant the armor, they could just have it roll into supports to bring something down. Or if they need to have something brought up to the top, like a single-person cargo mode could even be activated. And they just roll up the side of the island or whatever building they're working on.
That actually doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Although we could also downscale it, make a make it so you have a set of 4 that you can adjust on your feet. Have it be person size for mobility.
Well, this is all certainly fascinating. The potential is actually something I may, if we may bring it up with your father, and perhaps an interesting direction. But
Indeed.
The night is
You
still
are-
young.
You're checking up on me, aren't you?
Well,
I heard the rumors going around.
nothing can be innocent these days, can it?
No.
Hmm.
I know you probably have my better interests at heart than most, but you want to make sure I'm not entirely too far gone, and I'm not affecting Somna with my wild light realm ideas.
He will place a hand on your shoulder. You are a bright, very talented young man. I can only expect you to make the decisions that you feel are right. Don't find yourself so bothered by the opinions of, well, people who could hardly care about you outside of these kinds of functions. Worry for yourself.
Bastion is a military man, right?
Nope.
No?
House Embreeze is construction.
Construction. Okay.
Noctilindra is military.
Okay.
That's why he's so interested in the construction aspect of the idea.
Eat.
The other thing I thought of, sorry, I had one more idea I think you might like. So, instead, so the Sheikah technology there, other than the humanoid automata, they have a similar energy to the souls. I'm thinking if we can tap into this, we can find a lower energy cost sort of levitation harness. Effectively micro-sized the hardlight elevators we see in the main buildings. There's a spell of what I'm trying to think of. It's lets you make a disc to levitate things.
Yes, Shade's forgetting the spell.
Sensor
Some
slowing
of it-
disc.
But it's not tensors.
Just floating disc, yeah.
So what if we were able to attach something to a heavy load on the four sides and then make it almost weightless? Reduce injury by strain. Make it less labor intensive to move materials.
I'll say this all is exactly what this function is about. What the fuck?
Eh?
Hello.
Big
Oh,
red with red
whoops,
hair.
I meant to lock the sheet. My bad. Here, gonna get rid of that.
I don't think I can unshare.
I can.
Okay. Like, wait a second. Did I accidentally share something? Oh no. No, we're fine. We're fine. Well, I would suggest that you make sure to draft these ideas down. I'm certain that at the very least these ideas could be fundamental if you can get the funding.
Actually, I have something that might bring I have something I believe that might actually bring our house, the house I'm forgetting that's a military house.
Noctilindra.
Noctilindra and mine together. And he's gonna double tap the amulet that I'm sure still works.
You would technically be an artificer still, so
This is a personal project I've been working on. Saved my life a couple times on the Light Realm.
well,
Make it less armed and be used to assist in, let's see, firefighting, construction, military if they want to adapt it. And there's the stealth mode that might pique their interest.
okay.
And then he'll double tap it, put it back away.
Bastion notices, seems to notice something, likely a person. Well, I'm afraid I have to cut this conversation short. It was wonderful talking to you. Congratulations once again, but I have business to attend to. Please, enjoy the rest of your night.
He will give a handshake, and while Lynn will look over to where Franc is at, make a slight head movement of keep an eye on them, and then I will see if I can find my father and see the feasibility about the the exosuit being produced. I feel like that might be our best bet for the Greater Center House cooperation. Have a good night.
He gives you a nod and then walks off to very openly and graciously speak to another noble. Just to move things along, is there anything that Chiara and Obin were doing?
Chiara does want to catch Lynn at some point on his own.
Okay. Probably find him
He
after
falls
this
from a
conversation.
balcony and you catch him.
Oh
Well,
my god.
catch is a strong word. Crushed by him, more likely. But
Squish.
Your bones are broken. You are now in the hospital for 10 days.
You would probably catch him after talking to his father.
Greasy, get your paws out of my computer.
Well, looks like some other
Just
stuff.
keep sticking his nose in the fan. Go, shoot, shoot.
Oh, it might be a good business opportunity, father, but I could tell. I get the understanding. He was after me for my ideas more than anything.
Oh, don't worry about Bastian. Please, Lady Chiara.
She'll approach, bow her head appropriately, and I hope you're both enjoying your night.
I may have some stuff for my father to do later, but been doing my job, trying to get things, plans made for the future.
Only been here a week and already hard at work.
My distant cousin, some of the things I made plans for piqued his interest.
Oh. That's good. So she's kind of guessing. Well, I don't mean to deeply interrupt you, but if just when you have time, I'd like to catch up with you, Lynn.
Oh, certainly.
It's no issue. If you'll excuse me, I have more business to attend to, that's for certain. As he takes
Sorry,
a quick drink, just stretches himself a little bit, and then puts on a mask of attentive joy.
Best of luck, father, and I am sorry I'm going to make you speak to Grandma and Grandpa. I know they're like Samna's parents to me, to you.
He will tap your shoulder twice. Enough of that. He will
Be
walk
careful,
off.
and if you think that any of my plans are needed, let me know and I'll get them to you.
Another less tiring day.
Indeed. Alright. What can I help you with, Miss Chiara?
She'll like start walking with you, I guess, like kind of like around to like the more quiet perimeters of the party.
Okay.
Just for like vague privacy, I guess, just a little bit. We'll be. I mean, I've seen Samna a few times, but we haven't really gotten to catch up. And she kind of scratches her cheek. Well, as you know, I'm not the most overtly social of people, but even I have caught wind of some of the rumors, and both you and Samna seemed really stressed tonight. So I just wanted to check and see how you're doing.
How much have he told you of some of
Oh, you're kind of quiet.
how much do you know? How much has he told you of my adventures?
It's
How
come
much
up,
has Samna taught him or told her about the adventures?
it's come up a few times, but it's only been
He seems to be fishing to see if you know about the prophecy he told her about.
you would not know about that.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, she'll say just like nothing too deep, just kind of more fun highlights, I think, than maybe some of the scarier stuff you might have seen.
no, I am just frazzled tonight. I have been planning the wedding. My mother is still sick. And a dream I had that doesn't seem to want to go away keeps haunting me.
Oh? A dream like... You feel is maybe more than a dream, you mean?
Exactly. I dreamed I lost someone to something that's threatening both our realms. Both of the realms.
She'll frown a bit. You think she's in danger?
He's always
And
going to
she'll-
be in danger. He's the Oracle, but this seems too kind of a heart. I feel like some way they'll ensnare her. And that has made me very paranoid.
Well,
And that's why I suspected you the necklace. I apologize for that.
I understand. If I thought something was out to hurt her, I would also be worried, suspicious of anything, unexpected, new. She kind of shrugs.
And then there's something else, but not.
She's kind of has this like even more kind of face, just like.
As I asked for something by the Twilight Princess, and
Oh.
it's not something to be taken lightly. And that's all I'm allowed to say.
She looks kind of nervous. At mention of the princess. That is. I would also look really stressed out if I got tasked from her.
I think it is something divisive. So I'm going to turn her down.
Oh. And that's safe?
Probably not, but it's the right thing to do.
It wouldn't put you and Samna in more danger, would it?
It put me in danger. It wouldn't put Samna in any danger. Samna is the Oracle, or will be. It
Mm-hmm.
make any move against her is incredibly foolhardy. And she'd kick their ass before they could do anything. It's this other group. These Witches of Calamity I'm afraid of.
I see. Do you think they reach even here? In the Twilight Realm?
I have to at least entertain that possibility.
I see. I guess this...
One's a vampire, the other one is living shadow.
Oh. That certainly sounds frightening. And this task you're not allowed to talk about.
Completely unrelated.
Okay. She'll like nod herself. That's good. You sure do have your hand in a lot of things right now.
I'm hoping to at least get one hand out of there by turning down Princess. So, before I do, I need to make sure I'm doing the right thing.
Can you... How will you be sure?
I don't know.
Afraid I don't have a lot of good advice to give.
No. Miss Chiara, you've been around at these parties a lot more than I have recently. I've heard a lot of people mentioning a bunch of names that I'm not familiar with.
Oh?
Cawthorn and Praetor?
Just singular names?
Yes, but they seem to be code names or something. Heard them a bunch tonight.
She'll nod to herself. Well, they're certainly not names on any list. Or guest list, you know. Are you... Oh, cool, sorry, go on.
I just wanted to know if you'd heard them prior to tonight.
Not... Like you, I've picked up the mention sometimes, but I've kind of been focused on helping out on the event and everything. Just kind of, once everybody got here, I kind of stopped worrying about the who's who. You think they're... Like dangerous people?
They're either dangerous or in danger. Depends on what their goals are.
She'll look kind of puzzled. In danger from the what?
She'll think for a moment. I know they match names that I was asked to look into. That's all I can say more.
Oh. She'll nod, and she's like very clearly, like, you know, the thoughts on her face, trying to like piece things together and consider them. She looks a little uncomfortable. I mean, the princess is
Notoriously paranoid and vindictively
yeah.
ruthless.
I didn't want to say it. It's a dangerous woman
Everyone
to
here knows it.
gossip about.
And vindictively ruthless when it comes to her political opponents.
She rubs her arms a little bit.
Which is why I'm not sure.
There have been, I have heard talk now and then about people being more concerned about her lately, and feeling a little pushed down by her paranoia, unfairly more concerned with with herself than her people, you know?
I understand that. And I'd assume this is since about 5 years ago. He's been on this downward spiral. Ever since Agros came here through the gate.
All that said, and if you can, I would do your best not to make her angry.
Chiara, can I ask something very difficult of you?
Oh, of course.
Can you be a social butterfly for me?
Oh. Oh, can I ask what I'm butterflying for?
Some of those names I mentioned. Start rumors, let them know that they're in danger. That eyes are on them.
She takes a deep breath. Her I have to do work breath. My words only travel so far, but I will do my best.
I choose to believe they just want to make sure the realm prospers. Until I can find out more, I will toe that neutral path.
She nods with a little smile.
If you hear anything about them, please let me know.
Of
I
course.
want to make the most informed decision. And
I can only promise to do my best.
thank you. And he'll go off on his own after that.
She will watch him go for a moment and then kind of build up her self-determination before
We're gonna
going
have-
about in.
Obin, I think we're gonna have to kill this guy.
I can't believe that Lynn has now put her
Already
on
on
the
it.
radar as part of the entire night's conversation, investigation, perception, insight of people talking about these names.
Okay.
I can't believe it.
You know what that means? Inadvertently, Franc will have to start keeping an eye on her because she starts saying them.
It's true.
I'm going to say.
Oh,
yep.
no, you just said and then I said
Oh, okay.
Are we gonna get any Obin action?
I don't know. He's just been keeping an eye out.
That's fair.
He's in the bush behind Lynn and Chiara while they're having the conversation.
Absolutely.
He's-
Just ready
he's-
to ready to grab him. Ready to grab Lynn and suplex him at any point.
Stands up out of the bush after Lynn leaves. I think we're gonna have to kill him, Chiara. Damn.
We're gonna have to.
Damn.
I can't believe we're gonna have to kill this guy.
Okay.
He's onto us. He knows our code names.
So, with all of that said, although the night does not quite come to an end, that is where we are going to end the memory.
Ooh.
And that's where we're going to go for a really late break.
Yeah.
Late break.
Very late break.
Down.
Oh, wrong
My
screen.
tea should be done.
I will be back in like 10 minutes.
That ended up being way longer than anticipated, but also very divisive.
Yeah.
I'm.
What?
Be back.
As I said, I can't. As I typed, that backstab is gonna be so good.
All right, I'll be right back.
Butterfly. This butterfly is a hornet.
Damn.
I enjoyed the. I'm gonna have to ask you to do something very difficult.
Has probably been asked to, like. We've been making guesses. My guess is you're asked to like kill someone important to Somna or something like that. As like a political move to fuck up the wedding.
My
But,
little baby girl.
Lynn
I
was
can't
like,
believe.
I know you're not the. I know you don't like talking to people, but can you please talk to people?
She's just like.
So I have like a whole story in my head about Lou. Lou loved parties. People would be, who the fuck are you? But he would just smoosh his way through anywhere.
Hell yeah! Get all those tasty free drinks and food.
Exactly. His charisma is a 9. The idea is he went to parties. To a party, not to... not to, like, gain stuff. And that's probably why a lot of people actually liked him, is he wasn't, like, doing political shit. He was just like, you want booze? Sure.
I'll be right back.
I love the ongoing joke that Obin and Chiara are just Frenching at all times. I think I started that joke, but it's really funny to me.
Bah.
I was alone, but I was saying I adore the joke I started of Obin and Chiara just Frenching it at all times because it's totally out of character, but it's really funny to me.
That was a hell of a situation.
Which part? The whole thing, or just the joke? And when you came back?
Oh no, I mean like that stuff, like the
Oh yeah,
party and stuff.
Yeah. Well, get ready to do that again, but bigger. Probably.
Huh?
Eon.
Oh, I mean, a very different kind of.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still a party that will have political business running throughout.
Yeah. These are, interestingly, probably some of the hardest things to run in these upcoming really this like Starless Sky as a whole.
political ones are always the hard
Um,
part, to me. But that's like,
Or it's just social encounters mostly.
yeah, my big thing there is my not in. I almost want to say like, not shyness, but it's like I'm always flubbing words.
I feel it so much.
Which is why a lot of the characters I do are like, not faces. Which is why I was extra worried when it was like, oh yeah, Eon's probably gonna have to do that. Fuck.
You know what?
Funny.
We need greasy.
But it's like his role, so he will try his best.
Formally,
It's cheesecake time.
I feel like
sounds good.
I feel like Book of Silence will probably be like the easiest one to run.
Which one is that?
Heilbisht.
Ah,
Varying on what you do for,
hell of a
for
combo.
Fuji's might also be on the easier side.
Nope.
What?
No, not at all. Okay.
Nope.
What's happening?
Okay. Oh, we're talking about what upcoming ones could be kind of hard to run. And he's like, well, the easiest is probably High Health Ambition. I went, I don't know. I have an idea of what Fuji's could be. That could be easy.
There
He goes,
are-
no. And I went, okay, good enough. That answers
There
it."
are
Summoned to buy food.
a lot of very important things happening in each and every one of these like campaign sections. Where it
Fuji's
is
losing an eye.
Aesthetic.
Did I ever tell you, Sid, did I ever tell you about Noah and his extremely edged design for no reason?
edgy.
No.
Edgy. So Noah is a very dumb dog boy. Not actually a dog, but in personality.
Okay.
But he's missing an arm, missing an eye. Sorry, not his eyes got changed. He's missing an arm, missing a leg, has scars. He's part vampire. It's like all this edgy stuff, but
He's just a sweetie pie.
he's just a dumb sweetie pie.
I love that for him.
He gets one of the final things we do before the whole thing ends, because interest. He gets. Have you ever seen Soul Eater?
I have seen a bit of Soul Eater, but not
You
a
know
whole
about
lot.
the whole demon in the room.
No, I don't know Demon in a Room.
Okay, that's fine. So Noah gets some demon blood ingested and has a talk in his head, and it goes, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, you can control the blood. You can control it. You can fix it. You can cure it." And he's like, can I just fix others?" It's like, okay, but you gotta drink it from him. And so he's like, okay, I'm gonna go drink him. I'm gonna go drink the boy now. And he just walks out of the room.
Oh my god.
Because he's just an idiot being like, you can fix it, you just gotta drink his blood. And he's like, okay.
It's alright. I'll take it.
Which everyone else goes, what the
Fuck. I hope you're ready for Lynn's point blank question when they get back.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Point blank.
Point blank.
Oh, so that was the party. Hey, Chiara. Since you're in here, which of the two were you? Which of the names was yours?
Skis it, it's the feds.
It just turns into a Bonnie and Clyde. It transitions out of what Shade had planned, and then it's it turns into a Bonnie and Clyde runaway from the cops.
I
thought Jacqueline Hyde at first, and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Oh, that's
I was
right.
But no. From what I understand, we're going to hell for Fuji's.
Yay!
That's hell you're walking into. There may be a dismemberment.
Who's getting dismembered? Are we dismembering Fuji?
Probably.
I can't wait for one of us to be Doom Guy, another one to be BJ Blazkowicz, another one to be
Dante.
I was gonna continue the joke if they're all related, so it's Captain. They're all fucking related. I can't remember his name off the top of my head now. Captain Ned or some shit like that. It's
Sweet.
Does somebody get to be Duke Nukem?
That's a pretty good voice.
That's not really demons, but
So
same
depending
thing.
on
It's close
depending
enough.
on how
Well, varying on who
Fuji's-
you go to, if you talk to Doom Guy, it's close enough. Aliens are just demons.
but depending on how that stuff goes, I may have to get an alt done of that One Piece 7.
Oh dear.
I got sticky
Oh,
on
dear.
my hand. I got honey on my hand.
Oh,
Not
no.
the honey hand.
Like if she loses an
Just
arm,
eat your hand.
I may just get her an alt with
Just-
the prosthetic.
Ew.
Hmm
Just
Aesthetic again.
aesthetic prosthetic.
I don't think that's
also
just an
another thing-
aesthetic.
But, I mean, artificial arms are aesthetic for like designing characters. Oh, the other thing
Need
with
robo
Noah
arm.
that was really, really funny. He was an early Dragon Knight, so I had him have a whole henshin saying when he had the transformation for Dragon Knight.
Hell yeah.
Hey, but
But
hey,
I stole stuff from Gundam, so it was just G Gundam's whole my hand burned with the passion of
with the passion of Jackson.
He was.
and it was like
Such a
he
chuny.
didn't want to say it, but his patron was like, no, you must say the
I'm back.
whole
You
whole
have
chant
to.
before you get you.
You gotta do the
Yeah,
whole thing.
Noah was Jackson's partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which he's either dead or somewhere as like a fucking monster
somewhere.
right now, and I'm interested to know which.
I'm pretty sure he's the same. I'm pretty sure he's the same monster like Irene wanted to kill.
That would be neat. I won't lie. That'd be... He's
Yeah,
just,
he is a
oh my
monster.
god! If it's 3 of them,
It is.
yeah, do something.
But hey,
There's always
if
3.
if Fuji does get dismembered, she can be like Grisha.
It's so
Wow,
true.
Grisha is pretty hot.
It's true.
Oh, and then another joke I remember. Man, I'm just thinking of Noah, and I'm remembering a bunch of jokes. Is he has a fucked up childhood, but he's still like dog.
That's not a joke.
It's like-
That's just sad.
No. But he's like he has such a cheery personality. But it was like, yeah, I had to fight wolves with a dagger when I was like 8, and they were like, what the fuck?
When you talk to people about funny childhood memories, and then you realize that those weren't things that most people did and
Yeah.
find funny.
Yeah, that's kind of was his whole stick for a bit.
Mhm. And here we have
Munch.
everyone was
Munch, munch.
everyone had traumatic backstories, but Bronze was the most traumatic because of this endless crippling student debt.
Which is really funny.
College does something fun to you, especially when they have the means to magically put a stamp on you to track you wherever you go.
Neat idea, won't lie.
Vote us up.
We got a vote.
Not the vote.
So that was all 4
Oh my
memories,
God.
right?
Got a section.
I said, was that all 4 memories?
That was all 4 sequences in the memory. Yeah.
Okay, I was curious.
All
'Cause some
sequences
of them were,
are
like-
broken up into 4, except for probably the last one. Maybe I don't know yet.
Well, 'cause the first one had a moment with Lou. And I did know because a lot of these had more than one person in the memory at one time.
That was actually a memory that was part of your crystal. Lou doesn't participate in these ones because he wasn't
right,
part
it
of
was the
these.
smaller ones, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Got it. That's on me.
He doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Right
That's
now.
what, earlier when Shane was like, so what's everyone doing? Sitting in a prison.
I'm just gonna copy this for what
Watching all these weirdos.
Spoiling their plans.
Alrighty. Alright. Let us get right back into it, guys. As the four of you re-experiencing these memories, only a single moment has gone by on the outside.
All right, if everyone saw what I think they saw, Chiara and Obin, I'm going to have I have a question for you. I think you know what I'm going to ask.
She looks like a little dazed, and then she's like, "Oh,
No, we're popping this bubble now.
Given you're here, which two were your code names?
huh?" Shakes her head a little bit. "Oh, what do you mean?"
The Avery and Chorus, Cawthorn and Praetor, Kaiser and Whitaker, Lightwell and Salvador, and then Morrow and Mallory.
"Oh, the names from your list? She'll frown a bit. It's like, you think I'm them? I'm one of them?"
You wanted them gone. And being here is as good as gone as anyone. Basically gone. The entire world.
She'll look around at everybody and she's like, "So, do you think we're all on that list?"
I know Franc probably isn't.
Probably.
I wasn't.
If I may interject, the only thing you know for certain is that there was a list of individuals who were in Paris. Up to this point. You also know that several people were speaking them throughout the night. But you don't know the context. Whatever you know that Seldny was paranoid about it.
And that's why I think it might have been one of these two were on that list. Points to Obin and Chiara.
Chiara looks a little bit kicked puppy-ish.
I mean, I can assure you I held no secret nickname. All very silly-sounding nicknames, if I might add.
Jade, I have a very important question for you.
Yo.
You said several people were talking about it. Did it seem more like a group mingled kind of conversation where it just popped up every which way, or did it seem like smaller conversations where it popped up very infrequently?
It was sort of infrequently, but as I had mentioned, it didn't have any sense of familiarity to it.
Yeah, it was infrequently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I apologize, but I'm just made a mental leap as to
it's-
why you might have been here.
It's okay. I remember how stressed out you were at the party.
I won't know for sure until we get those memories completely back, but looks like I probably told Sylvie no.
If that's
You're not
why
sure
you got
exactly
here.
how much of a gap there is in between the time from then and now.
Indeed.
Kiara will look a little like she's thinking and then kind of rub her neck. She'll be like, if we got in trouble because I tried asking around about it and I did it poorly, I'm sorry.
Nothing you need to be sorry about. I included you and I probably shouldn't have.
Terrible decision, really.
Well, I'm sure we can figure more out the further we go. So standing around isn't really going to get us anywhere.
Yes. Best we continue.
Kiara jumps a little bit. She forgot he was there.
That's a good idea. I love the idea that, like, I know it's seconds, but I love the idea it's actually a very long time, and, like, Lou and Ganondorf are just, like, playing cards.
Let's just play dice, just...
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they're standing still again.
Does this happen often?
I bet you have rations for evens. Deal.
I believed in your ability to spread a rumor, and if it came back on you, that is my fault, Kira.
She'll shake her head. Well, we're here now. Like, no hard feelings either way, I guess.
Hold on to that sentiment until we get out of here.
Okay. Do you wish to press forward?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
I desire a map.
Off this
Understandable.
horrible bridge.
As you...
I desire a map for like 5 minutes, and then we end the session there.
Hey. As you continue to walk forward, you start your approach to the second tower. Let me actually have my notes open. Oh yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
indeed.
Understood. As you approach the second tower, you recognize a roughly 30-foot tall door that leads into the rocky exterior of the lower section of this island built up to be a structure. Itself bearing the armored visage of the Twilight Lord and God of Entropy, Xandius. At its base, you do note several figures. Themselves appearing to look like the Blinn that you have encountered previously.
Okay.
They are quick to notice you as one of them steps forward. They appear to be stationed here, perhaps. You would know that that the Shadow Blin do have a level of intelligence. They have a sense of general what you can call society, as they're a much more like tribal like monster that is generally hostile, but if not due to their nature as fiends, due to them being corrupted by the void. They have been known to keep to their own territory at times. One of them steps forward, probably the leader, you would imagine. This is about like 100 feet away, I would say. And it yells out something in its own language, of Blin.
I know what they say.
It is yelling out, "Pay the toll!"
Oh. Puzzled look. How far away are they from us right now?
About 100 feet. It's yelling out as it holds its weapon up in the air.
That's pretty.
What does it want?
They want a toll?
What do they
So-
want from the toll?
I guess she'll blend back at them. What's the toll?
Pay the toll!
What?
He
How
said
much
the
is
same
the
thing.
toll?
Pay the toll!
She looks distraught at the party. I just keep saying pay the toll.
Alright, fight it is.
Can I get a
Should
perception check for
we-
the lot of you?
We should just remove them.
Wait.
You say perception check?
A perception check from all of you.
Hiya!
Nice.
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 Oh, and
Reliable
lights the
talent
die
being
right
nice.
there. Look at that.
Nice.
I also like the way it shows it phrase out the.
I'd say most of you would be able to hear the flapping of wings. As,
Oh, dear.
Can I like toss a little chunk of rock at the first Blin?
it's still a fair distance away.
It's like 120 or something.
100
like that.
feet.
Because I kind of feel like it's an illusion.
I don't think you can throw a rock that far.
But I can Eldritch Blast.
Oh, that's Eldritch Blasting.
That's true.
I can order flash.
Yeah, no. I'll Arch Blast it.
Gonna arch blast it? Okay. Can you roll me a real quick dexterity check before that, though? Both of you, if you're gonna Eldritch Blast.
Oh no, she wouldn't unless someone asked her to.
Okay. 16? Do. Before you do that, this
Yeah,
flapping
not
of
initiate
this
that.
flapping of wings that you hear very quickly swooshes up as this giant armored draconic figure flies up and grips that Blin in its talons. And the force of its wings blows the other two Blin off the edge of the bridge.
Oh no.
You know they're not illusion, though.
Yeah.
Looks like they paid the toll.
As the dragon lifts up into
Argy,
the air
my
away
buddy!
away from the bridge and proceeds to drop the Shadow Blin into the void.
Oh dear.
Run.
Well, that'll do it.
Ah, hawk style.
Run. Lynn is sprinting towards the door.
No, he just helped us.
As you hear
Thank
Thank
a-
you, Argy! His name's Argarok, by the way. Or their name.
There you go. As you
know-
rush up to the door, what's up?
I'm not entirely sure. This is Lynn is saying this was while running. Like they were in my female friend's body, but they have like male titles. Not entirely sure what they were.
But say, at a point in time, if we are like booking it, Lou will try to like cling on to someone that's a little quicker because he's not the quickest.
Oh, buddy.
You are
Yes,
The only person
Five.
Kiara can pick up.
you are a
Poor
slow boy.
Slowman.
However, you can bonus action dash, so it's kind of a
Yeah,
Kinda
but he's
toss-up.
gonna, you know,
But he could hang on to the beautiful woman.
exactly.
Hey, now,
very true. I
forbidden.
Like the idea is he's like keeping up and he sees and he's like, okay, cool.
A map.
Forbidden. Oh no, a map. Oh no, not the map.
I can't see anything. I'm blind. I'm unaccustomed to this.
1.
Oh, you haven't tried that yet, then,
So
okay.
easily?
There it goes.
Oh yeah, another bridge, only tiny.
More
It's
bridge.
It's a
just-
little.
It's the
A
bridge.
part of
that-
a bridge.
It's the bridge that you were on before.
The same bridge.
Yeah.
You can see 20 feet of this ridge.
As you reach this tall door, you would note that it is covered by this hard light sheen.
Oh dear.
Emblazoned in front of it at each of your relative heights are 6 sigils, the very same ones that were on your cells, corresponding to each of you.
Alright. Lynn's gonna put his hand on his.
Yep, I guess we're doing it.
You know, has anyone ever thought how this place seems strangely accustomed to us in particular? One's hand on.
I mean, yeah, but if you also were reading, it's like a whole system trial bullshit it's doing. Like, I've been in like
But why,
4
if
different
they wanted to
cells.
keep people prisoners?
Remember,
It's
it
probably
said
more
that
of
if we
like a
make it
fucked
out,
up-
we are effectively pardoned.
Oh, I mean, there's that. It's also probably like some fucked up way of like fight to your death, and if you transform, fight the next group.
Plus, reminder, this was all made for him.
Hmm.
Anyone after was an afterthought.
This seems fairly more advanced than is necessary for me.
Yes, it's more like an illusion of a freedom of choice to escape.
I assume everyone's putting their hands on the door then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have all of you make me a constitution check?
Oh boy.
Not a check.
If you fail, you die.
Oh my god, that's
That sounds right for
A
Lynn.
check,
terrible.
Do you care where we line up or just line up on the wall?
It
I
doesn't
rolled
matter.
Bad.
I'm going to roll Pims as well.
Then I'll be.
Okay, so. Interesting fact.
We lose a soul mark.
Lynn and Obin, as you rolled less than a
Ouch.
10, you lose a soul mark.
Eh,
Kiara's like, I'm a pro at these doors now.
It just sucks it out, but you're like, no.
I lost half of mine.
I
so
appreciate-
I'm good at this.
And everyone else who succeeded loses half of that.
Ah,
Not
I
half
see.
of a soul mark.
Kiara
I think it's
died.
funny
ah.
that
She just touches her hand and she just dusts.
he turns into a shadow beast. I
Yep.
think it's very
I
funny
really
that
like
two
how you
people-
did a good Batman impression for dying there.
The 2 people with the highest con modifiers are the ones who did the worst.
Happens.
No
I
counting
have
for
the
chance.
same con modifier as him.
Is it?
Lynn's
Where's
a
my
funky
mark?
boy.
There it is.
Yeah, and Pimm rolled a
I
19.
succeeded, and I'm smaller. What's your guys' excuse, Muscles?
All right.
As you press your branded hands to the door, to these sigils, as they are accepted, each one disappears, and after the last one disappears, the barrier blocking the door fizzles and is dispelled, leaving the door able to be touched.
Right.
Lynn will open the door.
It's stuck.
Fuck.
Gasp. Push.
Open push.
We're pushing.
I need to double check Ganondorf's statistics. Hold on. He does have a higher strength than Open. I just need to double check if he
let's go.
has disadvantage on ability
Strength
checks.
checks.
Only attack rolls and saving throws. He's good on ability checks.
Cool. He's not that exhausted.
Now I forgot about Ganon, and I was like, who, Pimm? I was like...
I've pushed larger.
Oh my.
Can't wait for Jaina to have to go out and wrestle this Ganondorf too.
All right.
Greasy
So
under your butt.
who all is helping Ganondorf with pushing the door open?
She will have the spirit of helpfulness.
Push.
I don't really
Spirit
have anything for
push.
that. I could try, but it'd just be like a flat.
Push.
In essence, for everyone that's helping, he gets a bonus to the roll beyond the first one with
Nice.
the advantage.
Nice.
I think everyone's helping.
Everyone's pushing. Okay,
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Was that greasy?
No, that wasn't me.
I
Who
can't
whistling?
believe it. Who's whistling?
Who's whistling?
So that's a 30.
Who is?
Dirty.
Good job.
Not enough. Bad job.
Oh,
Wow.
oh no.
I'm
I
sorry.
Can't even
He
make that possible, DC. Dang.
he needed a DC 31. It needed, or sorry, a DC 50 actually. If we want to be like that one door in the castle of Tyranny of Dragons. As he pushes forward on the door, and normally this kind of thing would end up being automated, but it's very clear that this has not functioned for a while. So it is a very tough pull, but he is able to push it through and push the door open. All Kratos style as it swings open. Probably broken.
Whoa.
As you are met with a open courtyard
Onion.
that appears to be open to the sky. In the middle of it
There.
is a soul beacon, per the expectation, and benches line the walls of this wide open chamber. Doors lead to the left and right, which appear to be unlocked, as well as to the south, which is locked.
Alright.
I like having color coordinated locked doors. It's wonderful. Never get that
Lynn's
benefit
gonna hold on a second,
otherwise.
keep an eye out for our dragon friend. And then once everyone is in, he's gonna yell, "Thank you, Argarok," and then close the door behind him.
You're gonna close that entire door behind you?
You are not
Go ahead.
closing that door.
You got it. We believe
You
in
got
you.
this.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Whoop.
Wait, hold on. I can do it, guys. I can do a thing now. I can do a
Yeah?
thing
Yeah.
now.
Oh my god.
Yeah?
Is it drag us all at the same time?
Yes,
Oh
you
my
can.
goodness.
And then you can
Holy
confirm
shit.
all of it at once.
I do like
And
it
then-
is color.
Hold
Oh,
on.
the right click was
Hold on.
different.
Hold on. Yeah, it's
And that would be useful if all of y'all didn't just have black as your color.
Ah, I keep
Look.
forgetting I
Blah.
can change that.
I don't blame you. I'm just
All of you can go at the same time now, instead of me just having to spam click everyone.
Hang on.
Oh.
This one.
No, there was, because there's the update, everything reset, Chris.
I know. I'm just with you. Well, mine didn't.
Mine didn't.
Well, maybe you're lucky.
You lucky little duck.
Alright, do we want to use the soul beacon?
Did we already get a long rest technically, or?
Those who...
Everyone who died did.
I
Those who...
did because
yeah.
I
A bunch
died.
of people did.
Those who lost one did.
Okay.
But also,
give
this
them
is
back
like a
for-
restart point in case our bodies are like disintegrated.
In case you get catapulted off the prison, you get restarted here.
Yeah, we'll touch it.
You're gonna touch it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In that case,
Have a
Every-
reroll initiative.
everyone will benefit from a long rest, and everyone will get to roll for initiative again, including Ganondorf, who rolled a 12 before.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Yay.
Yippee. I'll let you keep that 16, but it's going to get reset when I do the long rest.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah,
bad.
wait.
Gosh, no.
Oopsies. Too excited. Ah.
Oh, the resource button also got changed. You guys can't see that. Never mind. It's fine. Apparently, you can't see the resources.
Why is it not letting me
Also-
roll my initiative? Oh, the button is covered.
Yeah, so it would be.
I am going to expend a Spellcraft slot to put Gift of Alacrity on Pimm. And on Luu-pomme, I should mention,
Oh,
roll a d8, add it to your initiative.
I wasn't
Spend it
expecting
too.
me to have it because of that's technically a 7 because I would also have gotten a +1. So that would be a 16.
Do you not have your snack? I thought you had yours on you.
I can't roll my initiative currently.
Oh no.
It's
Oh, because the bonus actually sits on top of the.
yeah.
Oh, it sits on top of the
It's a
button, I
button now. So if you have a bonus, it's not gonna work.
Oh no, you can still drag it.
That would be a
You can still drag it?
21.
Oh yeah, you can
Yeah.
drag it.
Oh,
Do that.
but I just rolled and I like it.
What? Okay. What is your total bonus?
Nice.
Uh,
I want to get rid of 2 spell. No.
7 bajillion.
+8.
+8. So
Yeet.
Spend
so 22. Got it.
Ooh, wow, that's bad.
Hey, the D8s
Gift
carried.
of Alacrity carried. Goodness.
Indeed. Let's see. I'll just drag Pimm's
Could have been worse. I guess, technically.
17. And Kiara's is 16.
Whee!
We're all pretty close to staying together.
Yeah.
I
can't-
also
Luu-pomme needs to be adjusted. His initiative needs
use
to be adjusted.
Eldritch Figure.
Do it! Do the thing!
Uh,
It's free with your warlock.
Do you know that Eldritch... you get a free Eldritch Vigor with every warlock.
Did we get,
do I drag
I don't
this onto
remember what that
myself?
means.
You should just be able to press it. Should be self.
Yeah, you need to change Luu-pomme's initiative in the
Yeah.
combat tracker shade.
To 15.
No,
Still-
16.
No,
16.
16.
What do you mean?
He
Because
gets
it
no
was
plus
also
one.
at the +1 that wasn't it.
Ah,
That wasn't
shit.
counted into it. So there's 3 16s.
You know how insane this would be if
Sorry,
I
four
didn't, if it didn't
16s.
cast it.
That's 3 people at 16. 4
Yeah,
people at
cast
16.
we're
it
really close together,
first
and
level,
one
I'd
person
have
was
Let's
to think
17.
go.
Alright, and then I'll get
We
Ganondorf
are
to roll.
in sync for this one.
Actually, yeah. 4 people with 16s.
It's because we had that memory with like Lynn and Franc being so insane.
Oh, and
Lynn's the
again,
only one that's like up there with 22. We got
Yeah.
17 and 4 16s.
At the very
That's
least,
insane.
Ganondorf.
Whenever, yeah, he got a 7.
Oh, buddy.
He got
Poor guy.
worse.
At
I
the-
don't think his position really changed.
Nope, not in comparison to everyone else. It's okay. It won't matter.
You updated the mage armor for Franc and Obin, right?
Yes, he did.
What was your AC now, Obin, with my sweet
It's
24 intelligence?
20.
Hell yeah.
Hmm.
It's the same.
Is your mage armor now better than my mage armor?
That was
Probably, 'cause I have a
always the
24.
case.
Hmm.
He was always better.
He has a
It's
very
just now more better.
It's more betterer.
More
If you want, I
better.
can override your mage armor with my mage armor.
Can I please have a better mage armor?
Alright, let me spend the point. I'm going to be a very nice boy. Because you are my wife's best friend.
Thank you.
Cast it at 3rd level.
Cast at 3rd level, alright. So
Whoa.
that'll go up to
cast that.
21 then, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Hot diggity damn. 8, 9, that'll be 10? No, you do not have a 30.
Too much?
Take off the old
I'm
one.
unstoppable!
Oh, he
Oh,
applied.
No. 30
Okay,
has been pretty
he I was
stoppable to me.
I was just going to adjust the mage armor she already had.
Yeah, I figured
why,
it was applied.
like why did that go up to 30? I'm just gonna. The duration of mage armor is not gonna go past.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to cast that. That's okay.
It's fine. I got it.
Welcome to the AC. To the 20. To the 20
She's
plus
still
AC
wibbly
club.
from getting fucking pummeled into the earth
Mhm.
by long arms Magoo.
Shout out to Long Arms Magoo.
So that was a memory sphere.
Is that Ganondorf saying that? just
Yeah.
now?
Yes.
Does it affect you?
No.
Wait a minute. I remember I have a spell.
It would only directly relate. It would only directly relate to anyone that would be involved, much like the crystals you hold.
That makes sense.
I'm making a horrible decision. Custom sending.
Oh.
Casting sending. Okay.
Yeah, you did mention that you might do that to him, and he had 2 weeks to prepare for that, if you remembered.
I did not.
Oh,
Son of my love. I'm in the Dusk Void prison, and I'm making my way out to you. Wait for me.
Just double checking something.
Be in the light room.
Man's gonna
with
roll
Zombi
the
right
5% chance to fail.
Can you make me an intelligence check?
now. Okay.
18?
Not bad. That's a check for you, huh?
Lynn,
Mhm.
it takes a moment.
Mhm.
As you hear I know. I'm nearby.
Ooh.
You'll understand soon enough.
Oh.
And that's where the session ends.
Please.
Please.
Please don't contact until you understand.
Walk over to this wall. And punch it as hard as he can.
Oh.
Roll the damage your hand.
All right.
Fingies are broken.
I imagine it.
You're
It's
not
not
going to break
good.
out of this prison with physical force like that.
He's going the wrong way. That'd be breaking into the prison.
We gotta break through the prison.
Ah, shit, you're right.
I
She.
failed her, Franc.
How exactly did you do that this time?
She's nearby. That's all she said. And she didn't. I'd understand why when I get all my memories back.
Okay. And your point of you failing is what?
Why would she be here?
Why would she not? If she knew who you were. There are plenty of reasons that she could be here. It doesn't mean anything in particular other than what she said. That she is nearby,
Franc,
not in nearby. And even if she were in it.
she was on the bridge, Franc. I have this pit in my stomach that I failed, and the calamity got to her, and it is entirely going to be my fault.
Then you best clean up your goddamn mess instead of moping about it. Figure out what's going to happen first before worrying about a future you don't know. I'm gonna freaking get up there basically to do that.
Have we ruled out the possibility that whatever just answered you isn't also an illusion?
Well,
I'm
it's
going to
very
tell
hard
you
to
right
sit
now,
there.
Lynn III. You're not the goddamn Oracle, so stop acting like you can interpret a future you don't even know. Your wife could hardly even comprehend that. And she was just learning. So pick yourself up. Lynn, let's get through this. Together. Whatever waits on the other side, it will not change what has already happened.
Maybe. Still in the prison by the time we meet her.
Speak up.
Use one of my soul marks. Supercharger spell. Purge her of any influence.
And what if that's not exactly what she wants?
I find it very simple in the end to figure out what someone wants. And part of that is having you tell them personally.
Exactly.
There's a lot that can be understood just by hearing what someone else has to say. So let's not speculate.
Monster. Right. Let's get the rest of our memories back. And let's get out of here.
Right.
And I think that is where we're going to end for today.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah. Good little Franc moment at the end.
Mm.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Also, I hate you, Shade. I love you, but I hate you.
God damn.
That's okay.
I did not realize I could use that turnaround from earlier on in the session for this moment.
Eh,
Uh-huh.
satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was the Oracle. She was just as freaking lost. Hey, boyo. Guess what?
I think his first question is going to be, what do you plan to do? And if he doesn't like that answer, then we'll figure it out.
We're married now. Have you ever heard of what spiders do to their spouses? Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh no. Swear to God, if it's like, I'm only here so that the number doesn't go to 6.
Lynn will
I mean,
die for
hey.
that effort.
I mean,
Any future can be interpreted based off of whatever happens or surrounding it.
the beautiful thing is I don't know yet.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think the majority of people who do tarot cards know what the hell they're talking about? Partially, but not exactly. Cards tell the story. You just gotta weave the narrative.
I
can't-
hate.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping it would. I was hoping this ending would fizzle.
You hoping it fizzle? No, I think this is more delicious, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway,
Promise.
yeah, we'll be back next week. I was kind of expecting us to get into this tower, more than just like the courtyard.
Silly, silly.
But
When will you learn?
I'm quite satisfied with today. So we'll get into the second tower and the second major leg of the journey, and probably the harder part of the adventure, actually. Starting next week.
Will there be a
On
death?
Dragon Ball Z.
Let's see.
Will there be a death?
Probably.
Who knows?
I mean, there were 2 today.
More likely than not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were 2 today.
The chances are yes.
The beautiful
Yeah,
thing is
likely.
that
Cloudy with a chance of death.
now you're at 2. You get benefits from your passive benefits from your items.
Yeah.
Yay!
But I don't want to use them. I purposely went back up to 1. I was at 2 prior.
So you're
See.
gonna burn one.
Sure.
He wants to make it out of here.
Man.
On his own merit.
Hoarding lives.
I
Anyway.
mean, if he still has the soul marks, he will 100% overcharge a restoration to try and purge whatever's happening to Somna.
I'm sure he will. But we
Will it work?
will have all that consideration for in between session and next week. So, have a wonderful whenever you're watching this. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Why?
Bye.